Alrighty. Hi, baby girl. Okay, cool. Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. Hi. My sweet baby. What are you doing, you silly kitten? Silly girl. Silly sweet baby. Yeah. Hi, my sweet baby. Careful now, little one. Good girl. Hi. Alrighty, what am I going to work on today? Let's see. Let me check the inventory. Wondrous Tales. Hi. Stormblood Alliance raid. Sandoria. 5th to 8 Circles of the Abysso. Lightweight and heavyweight. Alrighty, so let's get those lined up. Little one, sweetie, please, 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 please. I know, you're fine, little one. I'm not mad. You're good. You're absolutely good, little one. My precious baby. Hi. Good girl. Let's see. Duty Finder. Howdy, Experiment. How you doing? What was I? Let me double check that. 5th to 8 Circles. Okay. Well, nothing wrong with technically working. Unfortunately, with my job, I end up in the same position some days of, yeah, I'm supposed to be working, I have nothing to do, everything's done, so let me just mess with this instead. Although I don't do anything major when I'm doing this, I just catch up on some quests or do a little bit of crafting, so that if somebody needs me for something, I can do it, but I work from home. Eventually, I will get back to the cosmic exploration. Oh, that's what... Elpis. I need to go to Elpis. I think 12 on... But right now, I've been focusing on work, trying to do fates and dungeons for those particular trophies, and once I'm done with that, I can ease back off on a lot of different things. start playing again more for me than for anything else. But on the plus side, I'm getting a lot of quest lines dealt with all the dungeons and leveling some with the fates. So they do serve some purpose too. It's just I can only focus on so many things at one time. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. I'm trying to unlock the 9th circle for Pandemonium. Had to transfer over to a different server. There we go. Hop up line, go up. Well, there we go. Now let's see if I can do this without dying. Well, I need to unlock the 9th one, so I still got a little bit to go on that. This one I'm doing for the Wondrous Tales. And of course I don't have my keyboard near me. So let me see, party. At least I can do this part. Alright, hegemony. And I know I need to do... I'm going to take my wife through Juno tonight. And then I need to do M1, M2, and M4. M4 for the Wondrous Tales. And then M4 for the Hollow Blade. The weekly drop on that. Come on, Gurion. Pay attention to whatever it is that you're trying to do. Yeah. Don't feel bad about not remembering this one, Accuso, because I have... This is only my second time in here. Yeah, somebody had said that there was a good minion drop out of here, or mount or something. Is it just the Savage that has the mount, or... I honestly don't know much about Pandemonium. Alright. Well, hopefully I'm doing this right. Global parasite. What does the hell does... Yeah, absolutely. What I'll do, it probably won't be until, probably no earlier than 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My wife is going to go take a nap, and then we'll have dinner. And after that, I'm going to run her through Juno, and I will definitely let you guys know. I'll post and fish that we're heading over there. Thank you for the visit, sweetheart. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, let's see. Let me get this done. That one. Oh, that's right. That's a level 100. Okay, and I'm in the 90s dungeon. What in the world does this parasite do? I haven't figured that out yet. Move. Okay, there we go. Good deal. There was something with the some weird shit. Okay, that's what it does. Okay. Now let's see if I can remember that for next time. I gotta figure out where I put my keyboard too. Oh, it's on the chair. That's boy. Let's see. Alrighty. There we go. I'm trying to keep from jinxing myself. There we go. So far, so good. Let me see, where's everybody else at? You know, I'll come over here with this guy who might know what he's doing, but might not. There we go. Okay, everybody's moving over here, so let's just stay. Alright, you know what? Alright. One, two. Shit. Dumbass. 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 You know what? I almost made it through it with only dying once, so that's a step up, that's an improvement. Alright, let's see, fair combination. Come on. Home point there, yes. Alrighty. Try and get some level 90 stuff set up for my character when I hit level 90. Grab my cane, grab the chair, pull it over. There we go. Oh, geez. Tell me how you really feel about me, man. Ouch. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh. That was good. So let me see now. Character, inventory. You know, I have one line. I am not messing with that. But let's see what this brings us. Gates of Pandemonium. I should have done this yesterday. Alright. Well, for you, dying 3 times is extremely impressive. Good job. Alright, so I do need to actually... Let me see. FFXIV. Pandemonium raids. Let's see. Passage to the hidden compound. I'm just curious what the drops are for. Let's see. I think 12th circle is where any of the interesting stuff is going to drop. Excuse me. Athena card. Wind up Athena. Alright, so Orchestrion and a minion. Savage drops. Weapon card for any one of these. Orchestrion roll. Ah, okay. So there, gotcha. Now that, as long as we can do that uncapped, I'm willing to try that Savage out. Okay. But I am not doing the level cap stuff. I don't have the mind space, I think, for capped stuff and remembering mechanics. Seems like I remember about a half dozen sets of mechanics and then my brain starts to dump them. Alrighty. You know, La Habrea, you really are a prick. Tartaros. Boundary between man and creation. Hephaestus Aether. Oh, and I should mention, I would rather have a group of fish people or people that I know do a whole party, a full 8-person party in a raid, especially with my wife, because they're not gonna get mad at her, whereas a bunch of randos will probably get pissy and stuff. So I'd rather go with people that are more likely to be chill than annoyingly brutal. Some people do get pissy about raids and stuff, and I'm like, look, everybody's got to learn, and even if you've been in there 30 times and you still can't get the mechanics, I'm not going to get mad at you for it. Now, if you're doing something that deliberately stupid, like doing these drunk or something, then yeah, I'm going to get pissy, without a doubt. Okay, so where am I supposed to see? Truth and Perfect, I think, is. Okay, so map. I need to go to Euphoria. That's what I need to remember to do, is pull out that Aether thing I've got. Alright, actually, do I have Aetherite ticket? I don't need that one. Oh, there it is. No, that's the wrong one too. I guess I'm out of those. Oh, I could have sworn I had a stack of Aetherite tickets that would, give me like the 15-20% off for 2 hours. I must have used them all. Something useful to have when you're on a different server and you don't have access to your free company's buffs. Alrighty. You lost the professor? Excuse me. Well, that doesn't sound good. What in the world? I don't think that's supposed to be there. You can't park there, sir. Excuse me. You cannot park there. Why do people just park wherever they want to park? I mean, he's also clearly taking up at least 3 spaces. Ah. So how's your sister finding, is your sister enjoying 14? Ah, okay. Yeah, so I had played for a while. I think during the original ARR, or pre-Realm Reborn, I think. Stopped playing, and then got back in after. No, I'm sorry. I played the alpha many years ago, and then I did play 14 after A Realm Reborn came out, but before Heaven's Ward, I think. I played the original, before Heaven's Ward and all that came out. Played for a while, then my wife and I were just not really feeling it. at the time, and then Stormblood came out, and I was like, ooh. The story concept of Stormblood was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. But I had forgotten so much stuff, so I created a new character so I could get back into the swing of things, and my original goal was to go back to my original character. But then I got attached to the one that I had, and I'm like, okay, I'll stick with this, use my other one as for extra storage. And then I played up until Endwalker, but people pissed me off. In part, I burned myself out, but also I was in a free company for a while, and for the most part, most of them were good people. And you know, any group you're going to have people you're not going to get along with. But there were a couple of people that I thought I was on friendly terms with that were undercutting me on the auction house market board with stuff. You know, if it was stuff like I had gathered, like ore or logs or something like that, that my retainers brought me back, I wouldn't care that people were undercutting me, because it happens. But when you craft something that's worth money, you know, more than 5 gil kind of thing, it was I was selling high quality in-game gear and getting undercut by people in the free company, and I was like, okay, fuck this shit. I left the free company, but then I was still pissy about the whole situation, and this was before the cross server, or the pickup group, I think. No, they had just brought out the pickup group thing. I had gotten over people. I was pissed off, and I bought Endwalker, and I just wasn't feeling Endwalker at all, so I left the game for a couple of years. Finally decided, well, my wife played for a while after I quit, and then she decided she was done because she didn't have anyone to play with. But then earlier this year, I came back because I wanted to get through the storyline for Endwalker and Dawntrail, and then my goal was get through the storyline and then just quit the game again. Well, when I came back, a friend of mine came back, and we ended up leaving Sargatanas and transferred over to Kraken because it was, you know, a much smaller server. It wasn't filled with people that I had known and felt pissed off by, and there is an advantage to being on a smaller server insofar as it feels quiet, you know. But by the same token, it's hard to get into this stuff. But I ended up finding myself getting... Endwalker still didn't really catch me the way Stormblood and Shadowbringers had. But then when I started getting into Dawntrail, the story picked up really well, and ended up getting attached enough to the game that I was like, okay, well, you know what? I've got roughly 75% of the trophy, for the platinum trophy for Final Fantasy XIV, and I already had the platinum trophy for the PS4 version. Well, the PS3, PS4 trophy list was the same, but the PS5 has its own trophy list and its stuff. So I was like, well, you know what? I've already got most of this done. Let me go ahead and work on the platinum trophy, and that's what I've been doing. But I have to play. I stop playing, or not stop playing. I take breaks with other games just to keep from getting burnt out on this. All right. Stormblood, to be honest, I thought Stormblood was a pretty solid set of, it was a solid storyline. And it looks like there's an ad starting in about 30 seconds, so I'll pick up the conversation after the ad break. So Eater of Souls. Ethereal Lens is over there. Okay, so... do I even want to pick this up? Oh, for Savage, I think. Okay. I do need to figure out where to turn in this gear at. Okay. Pandemonium, Abyss of Savage now accessible. Gotcha. Alright, so I got that. Oh, Pandemonium Relic Exchange. Okay. Let's see. This is probably the high qual stuff. Okay, yep. I need the Savage for that. So, Department of War. Let me go for exchange. Alright. Limbo, scouting. Scouting gloves, exchange. Who's is scouting? Boots is scouting. Alright, so earrings. Yes. One of those. Tree. Necklace of aiming. Amulet of aiming. Yay! Exchange. I'm just turning in some of this stuff here. Let me see, what was it? Yeah, I mean, it's it's a good thing and a bad thing all at once with the amount of stuff that there is to do in the game. So I have to admit, when it came to Endwalker, the idea of the moon, the ties into Final Fantasy IV were awesome, but it just the overall story didn't really resonate with me very much. The whole end of the world that we've been dealing with for the last 10 years with 14, dealing with the Asians and Xenos, who I think Xenos is what really killed it for me, because he is just, how many times you got to kill somebody before he just decides to go ahead and stay dead, for fuck's sake, you know? Oh wait, let me get paladin or tanking gear this time around. But the moon, I did like. I liked the moon area, and the moon was one of my favorite spots in Final Fantasy IV. But Dawn Trail was something that was just entirely new. There was a different feel to the whole storyline that was just really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Even though Lamati is somewhat annoying more often than not, her positive attitude is refreshing at times, but extremely naive and annoying at the same time. So, but I do like how they played out the storyline on being forced to, work together. And I saw where the story was going really early on, but it wasn't anything that was bad. You know what I mean? I knew she was going to make it, and I knew why she was going to make it. And to be honest, I liked the idea that for a leader to go around to the various areas of his own nation and learn about the people. That was a very good concept. I enjoyed that a lot. But she can be annoying, without a doubt. But with when the tie-ins to Final Fantasy IX, which is like my second favorite Final Fantasy game, was really awesome. And I understand that, Sphene cared enough about her people to try to protect them. The way that she was going about doing it, however, made for a very good storyline in there. And the resilient son, his attitude and his desire to be a dick about everything, because he wasn't the one that won, but he didn't care about the people. He wanted to wage war, and that I have a problem with. Garen, go back. You're an idiot. You're in the wrong blasted. Ay, ay, ay. If my head wasn't attached, I'd lose it. Actually, I think I'd lose it anyways. Alright, there we go. Come on. I got you. Now we're going in. I was going all the way in the wrong direction. But I mean, you're right. Seeing what people's favorite storyline can be interesting. So you like Shadowbringer and Endwalker. Shadowbringers, wow, that had some shit to it. There's no other way there's no real nice way of putting it. There was some shit involved with that. But at the same time, it was an interesting concept of what happens if there's too much light. It's not good for the people. But the Sin Eaters just, tied into a lot of things. And I think there was a lot of religious aspects to it that were really fascinating to explore as concepts. And as far as Endwalker, I really don't know why. My wife loved Endwalker, my daughter loves Endwalker. But, that is one of the good things about Final Fantasy is especially with 14, there are so many stories to explore. And at some point, once I finish 7.5, I have to go back and deal with Hildebrand again. Hi, baby girl. Hi. Oh, sorry, little one. I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to hit you. I'm sorry. Hi. How are you doing? I was going to get a PlayStation 5 camera, come to find out they don't make those new anymore, and it was barely supported for streaming, and it's like, well, son of a weasel. So I wanted to have be able to show off the kitties when they hop up, but the only one that hops up is 7. She's our Calico. She is a sweetheart. Hi. Oh. Such a sweet baby. I hate Emmett. But then again, for me, Ishtola is Bay. I don't know why. There's just something about Ishtola that I love. I mean, Fia was a good character until they did her dirty. Sweet girl. Sweet, sweet girl. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Hi. You want some affection? Want some loving? Huh? It's like I can get all rude and pissy with people, but as soon as I have a kitty, it's like my entire attitude changes. Hi, baby. Of course, that's any kitty cat. I love kitty cats. Of course, I'd rather deal with puppies than people. Hi. No, you don't have to worry, little one. We're not going to bring any puppies into the house. What, baby? Huh? Good girl. There you go. Good girl. I'll give you credit for this with Emmett Selch. He's not Urianger. And he's not Xenos. Hi. There you go. Good girl. Alright. I think out of all the good guys, Urianger is the single most frustrating. And I can understand him. I understand the Victorian speech, and I have no problem with it. It's just there's something about his overall character I don't like. And if the house was on fire and Emmett Selch and Urianger were in there, and I had to choose one to save, I'd save Emmett over Urianger. But if Xenos, Emmett Selch, and Urianger were trapped in a room and I had a gun with 4 bullets, Urianger's taking all 4 of them. Xenos, on the other hand, I would kill him, but I would want the pleasure of strangling him. Urianger, I don't even want to touch. I'm just going to shoot him. I don't know why. There's just maybe it's weird to read more into these things than there is, but I don't know. Maybe it's an autism thing. I don't know. I can get emotionally invested in fake characters and create personalities for them in my head. I mean, I don't get obsessed with them or anything, but Urianger, there's something about his demeanor that is just, it's condescending, it's patronizing, it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because he's an elf. Elves tend to be haughty and snooty, but, oh, that's what I can't do that on this server. I need to do that when I go back over to my server. My wife asked me if to look at changing our free company tag to Snoot, S-N-O-O-T. What you think, Seven? Should we change the free company tag to Snoot, as in Boop to Snoot? Alright.
Hi, baby.
What in the world is... Oh, 10,000. Okay. At some point, I'll catch up on my text messages. Let's see. An unknown entity was crawling forth from its gates. What in the world? I'm more likely to catch up on my text than you are. Glance? You don't even give it that much thought, child. Your eyes kind of glaze over, especially if it's anything from me. Oh, look, Mom said something. Okay, let me pay attention to her. Oh, Dad said something. Ugh. Okay, it's already gone out of my brain. No army of phantom warriors. Since when? As many things as I've sent into the family chat that you guys completely and totally ignore. Why does that look like it should read Nemhihi instead of Nemgigi? That is the augmented crook. When I get out of this, I'll pull it up. It's the level 90 rapier that you can get with poetics. I mean, the Courtly Lover's rapier isn't too bad looking. But I'd rather I like this one a lot more than I like the design on this better. So let me see. I have character augmented lamplight crook. All right, experiment. You said you wanted to queue up for. I don't think I've made the Nidhogg rapier, and I have the scale to do it with. So the experiment 13, would you be Noctis? Okay, good. Alright, invite to party. You should have a invite there, Noctis. Alrighty. It's bold to assume that you're ever more than half awake, child. Alrighty, so there was something else I wanted to... Let's see, journal. Am I wrong? Huh. Alright, I need to go speak with Constancy. What the hell? More than half an hour for the ninth circle? Hoy, yay. Well, I guess we, just because it says average wait time doesn't mean that's how long it's going to take, so we'll see how all this goes. To the Yola. Oh, no, so I went to the comics shop to get my comics, and as I was leaving, I was watching a car backing out of the parking spot, and there was a sedan, and there was this massive, large black truck sitting in the space next to it. And there was another guy, so there were three of us in the comic shop. And we're all like, okay, is he gonna make it? Is he not gonna make it? Dude scrapes the side, the rear bumper of the truck next to it. And instead of stopping to and whatnot, he fucking drives off. And there was a person inside of that car as well, and she tried to get his attention, and I mean, he just kept on going. It was a hit and run in the parking lot, but it's and you know, there aren't that many shops in the shopping center with the comic shop, so it was like, holy cow. And had I been thinking, I would have pulled out my phone. I could have recorded it, because it was one of those things. But I was thinking that they were going they would have managed to do it without hitting the next one, so I just left my phone in my pocket, and then it's like, holy shit, did he just seriously do that? And the person that was in the vehicle tried to, you know, was hollering and waving and trying to get their attention, and you know, trying to run after the car, and they were gone. And it's like, the hell? But they came out of the barber shop next to the comic shop, so, and the lady's husband was in the haircut place, the barber shop next door. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to find out who it was, especially if the person is a regular. But it's just like, wow, what in the world? Hi, baby. You coming back? Okay, let me. There you go. The comic book shop does not have a camera, but the barber shop might. Hi. Oh, my precious baby girl. Hi. I specified on the grocery list to look for the birthday cake creamer for your mother, but if you can't find it, don't worry about it, because I bought your mom zero sugar Twix. But if you can find the birthday cake stuff for that your mother likes, please get it. Yes, sweetheart. Alrighty. Alright, so I have those unlocked now. Why, I don't know, but I do. Probably because I hate seeing things sitting there. Okay, so something's strange. You're right, where's she at? Okay. Light up, pyro. Never mind. I thought she was in here. Oh well. Hi. Ah, good. Okay. I was thinking it was going to be a 90-minute wait, or 30-minute wait. Oh, wow. It's pretty wild looking. Infamous last words, Noctis. Alright, so this should be fun. Group of people and nobody knows what they're doing. Should be good. It's actually gonna be sometimes gonna be some of the best fights when, as long as everybody remembers to have fun with this. And from the sound of it so far, it looks like everybody's pretty good about it. There we go. Come on. You can't kill me, lady. Other people have dibs on it. Oh, and Astrid, I had gone to Second and Charles because I was going to pick up try and pick up at least one dungeon crawl book. It was massively packed inside of there. Apparently they were doing their penny a page on their used books again. And I mean, the line, they had at least an hour-long wait. Yeah, that was today. At 10 o'clock, there was an hour and a half long line to check out already. So yeah, that was seriously packed inside of there, and not a fun place to be at. Alright, there we go. So I'm the fuck? Damn it. All good. That was bad timing on my part too. Come on, move in, move over. Get out of the way, Garion. Somehow completely missed what was happening on the screen.
Disturbed once again.
Alright. Alright. So I have no idea what you're supposed to be reading. All right. Alrighty. Let me see if I can. There we go. Folding. There we go. There we go. Ah. Apparently I cast the wrong spell. Why is my foot going numb, for fuck's sake? I hate that. I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with whatever's going on with my back. This music's pretty good. Alrighty. Yeah, I'll have to put that in text message later on today. Oh. Oh yeah, no. The Veterans Administration is notoriously annoying for people. Alright, Demo, are you going to cast a lot for these things? I don't want notifications from Luna because I'm not playing PC games. Alright, so let's see. P10, Pandemonium 10. So what is the third treasure chest on this one? Ah, Mortestian roll. That's always good. This guy think he's gonna outweight me? Just a lot already, dude. See, now I'm sticking around just because I know what is okay? Let's see. FF Sevi after rolling, how long before it drops if someone doesn't roll? Unrolled loot takes 5 minutes to automatically drop if a player refuses to roll. There we go. I have no idea what that was all about. That was bizarre. Alright, so we got that one dealt with. It could have been. That memories of your tenacity. This must be Azim? Azim, I guess? Oh, no, Athena. Okay. A matter of speaking. Lady, you are the source. Have you done this set of dungeons, child? Or you just happen to know that she's evil? Well, actually, just based off the storyline that I've had so far, it tells me she's got issues. Yeah, and the proto-carby petted you, and you tanked the floor several times. No, there ain't no listening here. You floor tanked pretty well. Alright. Arxenius. Bitch, take shit out of my hand like that. What the hell's wrong with you? Did you stop to consider that maybe I didn't want them out of the crystal? Why do you want to be a god? Why would anyone want to be a... Well, actually, I guess I can kind of see why people would want to be a god. I don't want the responsibility. I don't like people enough. Oh, Shuma, hush. At best, you're 3 strands of hair on the top of a bald god's head. A very beautiful background, though, that's for sure. If I was a god, I'd just want to be left the fuck alone. I don't need any worshippers. I don't want to control people's lives. I'd just be the god in the corner, just reading books. How are you doing today, Shuma? boy. Sorry, brain die. Yeah, I'm here. I think I may need to get up and move for a minute or two. My brain was short-circuiting. Actually, I need to mute myself for a second. Let me see. Not what I wanted to do. Wrong one. But give me just a minute on mute here. Alright, sorry. I'm back. That's better. Are you asking if Seraph is there? I don't know if she's there or not. She may not be at her keyboard. Let's see. Let's see. I think at the next break, next ad break, I am going to take a 5-minute break and grab an apple. Alright, what do we want here? It's critical hit. Critical hit! How do you like that shit? So what happened last week, Shima? I know why my week was exhausting, but I'm curious as to why yours was, if you don't mind. Data migration? That sounds like a nightmare. My week was exhausting for many reasons. Basically, I had a pain management appointment where they said, oh, okay, well, you know, we're impressed that you've lost this much weight, but since you're not taking any medications and you're not going to do the back surgery, or if you're not going to get the spinal stimulator implant yet, you don't need to come see us as often. Just follow up as needed. Schedule an appointment with the neurosurgeon. They agreed that I do need to talk to the neurosurgeon because the pain's increasing and everything else that's going on. But I broached the subject of, maybe getting a wheelchair for part-time, a little bit, because with this being workers' comp, I am not paying for a wheelchair. Oh, you're much too young to be in a wheelchair. It'll reduce your stamina. How is it going to reduce my my stamina of 0 any further? And then I had to go out to start the functional capacity evaluation, only to find out that my range of motion in both my feet is even worse than it was a year ago. Well, the problem is because of the numbness in my legs and my feet. I mean, I understand it can reduce, if you rely on it too much, it can negatively impact the body, but, when I'm trying to cook or wash dishes, half the time I sit down anyway because standing hurts too much. You know, I get sharp stabbing pains that range anywhere between 6 inches in length to just about 12 inches long and 5 inches deep. You know, it feels like somebody's literally stabbed a knife in my back standing up. And, you know, I trip over my own feet and shit. And it's like, at some point, I know that's coming. But to be, I just, it's the problem with being on workers' comp is my options for medical are limited to places that will take workers' comp. And I just feel like every place that I go, I have people that just are not interested in diagnosing anything anymore. Okay. Fuck it. I didn't want to do that, but it wouldn't let me click back over. Alrighty, let's see what it is. I'll have to view the cutscenes later, or when I go back to my server. Yeah, I'll have to talk to Glenn about that. It just seems like any pain management place I go, it just seems like they're not really interested in doing much, and I don't want to be on opioids. Well, I did not see that coming. Alright, we will find I cannot be avoided, Dennis. Alright. So it looks like an ad break's incoming in 5 minutes, so once that hits, I'm going to take a 5-minute break. Not a 5-minute, 3-minute break myself. Listen carefully to the voice I offer you now. I don't know why I keep expecting to see Anima in these, and I know Anima's not part of this storyline. What? That is wicked looking. Tina has made her move. Figuring success. I have to give them credit. The graphics and cutscenes are just amazing. Well, that got awkward quickly. Almost like he belongs to the Borg Collective. Alright, so we got the 10th circle open. Alright, Noctis, I'll queue up after the ad break. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and since we're close to the break, I'm going to go AFK for a few minutes. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let me mute the microphone. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hey, I tried. How you doing today? All right, Noctis, you ready? Just feeling stressed, that's all. But it's my normal. Yeah, I know I'm always stressed. All right, lining up. It's fighting with workers' comp, pain management, and stuff. It's always stressful dealing with those groups. I've developed carpal tunnel in my hands and something going on with my upper neck. And when I put in my employee statement for development of an occupational disease, there was an insinuation basically that if your workstation at home isn't safe, then you need to consider coming into the office. It's not working from home that's the problem. It's our nature of our very jobs, the keyboards and stuff, and screens, and it lends to development of carpal tunnel and bulging discs in the neck and stuff, and it's frustrating as hell to deal with that. So I had my daughter. So our laptops are relatively small. When I'm typing on the key on the laptop, my thumbs are pressed against each other because I have no other room in there. And we're not really supposed to hook too many things up to our laptops, especially not wireless stuff. I have an ergonomic keyboard, but even with an ergonomic keyboard, my wrists are still going to rest up against the keyboard. And whereas I do have a wrist pad for the keyboard, it makes things really awkward for typing, and even then my wrists are still rubbing against that gel pad. And then, I also had to explain to him, I said, look, working from the office really isn't an option for me because of my pre-existing disability, which was a work-related injury. And I'm pretty sure that the spinal fusion down at the L5S1, it's creating stress on the discs above, and that stuff travels up. And I use the cane for walking, and I'm pretty sure that has had an impact on the carpal tunnel in my wrist and my neck as well. But, I mean, any data entry job, you're dealing with screens and keyboards, and I can't keep my head focused straight ahead on something without movement. And all that stuff adds up, and I'm pretty sure they're going to attempt to blame something else other than the job for carpal tunnel. But thankfully, I'm not trying to go out on disability because of carpal tunnel. Unfortunately for me, that degeneration in the disc is real and is getting worse on a I was having a piece of apple, and I'm trying not to chew in people's ears. mean, if you guys want me to chew in your ears, I can do that. I'm trying not to be rude. Okay, well, I generally try to be polite to other people. And then my pain management, Noctis has already heard this, but I know you haven't. I had a pain management appointment on Tuesday, and they're telling me, whereas they were glad to see that I've lost 50 pounds this year, they asked me, well, are you still interested in the neurostimulator, the spinal stimulator implant? And I'm of a mixed mind with that right now, because I've got so many other things going on in my back right now that I'm afraid of it. I'm afraid that if it works and reduces the amount of pain that I'm in, that it's going to hide a problem, and that problem is going to develop, is going to get far worse than it would. When things are muted, you start to think that things are okay, and so you ignore things, or you don't catch certain things. So knowing from the MRI that I had last year, the neurosurgeon told me that I am within 2 years of needing another back surgery for my back, because the spinal fusion was done at the L5-S1. The L4-L5 and the L3-L4 discs are degenerating, and he said within 2 years the L4 and L5 in particular would need to be operated on, because there is just so much degeneration going on in that. And so, given that my legs are going numb and lighting up on fire, and I feel like somebody's stabbing me in the back with an axe, and we've gone past the stiletto sharp pain into wide swaths of pain where it feels like, somebody either put a bastard sword through my back or the head of an axe kind of thing. It's that kind of a range in pain. Last week I had, actually I think when I was streaming last weekend, I had a muscle spasm, sharp pain that went from the middle of my back down to my pelvic bone. And right when I thought it had stopped, my entire right leg lit up on fire right after the pain in the back stopped. So I don't want, and I asked them, I said, look, if you guys do this neurostimulars, the spinal implant, and I need to have another surgery, can they work around that stimulator, or will it have to would they have to remove it to do the surgery and then go back in at a later date and reinsert it? I don't want multiple surgeries that don't need to be taken care of. If they can do the spinal fusion first, see how things go, and then revisit the spinal implant after another surgery, depending on what a new MRI shows. So they're like, okay, well, since you're not going to do the stimulator anytime soon, you really don't need to come back to see us on a regular basis. Just follow up as needed. I said, well, before I go, I want to ask you, if I have if the fusion doesn't help with the pain, then I don't have a problem going with the stimulator. It's just I know I don't want to have them put in an implant, then have to go in to do a surgery, remove the implant, and then have to go back in again to reinsert it. And depends on what they do with the fusion as to what kind of relief I'm going to get. I know I'm never going to be pain-free again. I haven't been pain-free in well over 20 years. But why do more surgeries than are absolutely needed? But I asked them I broached the topic of a wheelchair, with them, because when I go to the grocery store, half the time I'm in the motorized cart because I can't walk around the store. When I'm washing dishes or cooking, half the time I'm sitting on a stool because standing for more than 5 minutes, my legs will start to go numb. My back will light up on fire and stuff. And they tell me, "Oh, well, you're too young for a wheelchair." Okay, that doesn't make any sense. And yes, I understand that if I use the wheelchair, I'm going to use it more and more. But and yes, it'll reduce endurance, but I have no endurance to start with on a lot of things. Yeah. So I think it'll be something I'll discuss with the neurosurgeon when I see him on Tuesday, what all these options are and whatnot. And I'm in the middle of having a functional capacity evaluation to go out on Social Security disability and workers' comp disability, because it's hard to do my job when I'm constantly distracted by pain. Playing video games helps me focus on something that I enjoy, and it allows me to do a mental block on a lot of the pain. Granted, when I'm talking, there are times that you guys can hear it in my voice that I'm straining things, but it has negatively impacted my job, and I have EEO already telling me, because I'm a federal employee, I work for the Department of Defense Navy. I've worked for the Department of Defense for 27 years. And I understand that every presidential administration has its priorities. This president's priority is to return everybody to the office, regardless. And he signed an executive order. And whereas this executive order violates federal law, there are people in the Equal Opportunity Employment Office that understand what law is and understand that it violates law, and will work with the people that are asking for reasonable accommodations. There are other individuals who believe that the president's word is law, and therefore it doesn't matter what your reason is for running a reasonable accommodation, it's going to get rejected. And given that my injury is a work-related injury, workers' comp already has accepted it, that it's been kept open for over 20 years. If I go out, workers' comp has to pay me, because if you're telling me that you can't accommodate my request for reasonable accommodation from a work-related injury, then workers' comp has to pay me. Well, I also know that my back is getting bad enough now where if EEO wants to go ahead and pay me 75% of my base pay to sit at home, play video games, I'm finally at the stage in my life where I'm like, okay, why am I going to fight it? It's not what I want to do. I'd rather work. But the pain level, in all seriousness and honesty, the pain levels are bad enough that it impacts my ability to do my job as a contract specialist, because pain impairs the mind's ability to think and reason. And like I said, when it comes to playing a video game, I can focus on playing a video game, but when you're dealing with contract law and buying supplies and services for a government agency, I can't focus on my job to the extent of being able to block out pain, if that makes any sense. And I definitely can't do it in an office, because working in an office is dangerous to not just to me, but to everybody else around me. Because if I stumble, and I have stumbled in the office before, I run a greater risk of hurting myself or even hurting somebody else if somebody happens to be walking near me when I stumble and fall. So it's a big old mess with all of that, and like I said, I would rather work. I'd rather have something to do, and that's in part why I started doing the streaming, was because if I'm gonna do this in a way, talking to people that I don't know, it gives me connection to other people, a little bit of socialization, but it also just kind of it allows me to feel like I'm doing something rather than just sitting around all day long. All right, well, we are waiting a while, so let's work on this quest line again. Right as that warp, I just spent 1,600 gil to warp. 1,500 gil to warp. I am Pandemonium of the Borg. You will be assimilated. Or destroyed.
I am Pandemonium. From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Yeah. Demonic dungeon.
You will go no further.
Alrighty, let's see how we do on this one.
Like a spider, I spin my web.
Alright. That is a wild looking character design.
I mustn't disappoint Lady Athena.
Act!
Stay where you are. Wet like unto chains. A tangled morsel, awaiting death.
But thank you, I tried. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, I just messed up. Moving over. Move over here with them.
All paths lead back to me. I operate
Hey, you're good, dude.
Lady Athena's power.
Alright, there we go.
Stay where you are.
You've been having better luck with healers lately?
A tangled morsel awaiting death. All paths lead back to me.
Busy week then I tried.
These bars are unbreakable.
Oh, you're leveling machinist? Okay. You enjoying that so far? Because I think I've unlocked the machinist, I just haven't touched it yet.
I am Pandemonium, and these cells are mine.
There we go.
Stay where you are.
I don't even think I've unlocked Dancer, to be honest with you.
Bear yourselves to me.
That might be something to try out after I get after I level Dark Knight and Ninja Viper.
For Athena. For Mother. I'll give you special cells.
Ah!
Your soul screams.
Damn it.
Wet like unto chains.
Thank you, Noctis.
These bars are unbreakable.
There we go. Helps to actually target the guy when you're trying to shoot him.
Stay where you are.
Yeah, there are a couple of jobs I may fiddle with after I get through a lot of stuff.
Wet like unto chains.
But I doubt I'm gonna ever be one of those guys that levels everything up to 100.
All paths lead back to me. For Athena. For Mother.
Look, when it comes to dancing, I've got 3 left feet, all of them encased in cement shoes. Alrighty, let's see. I think I want to do, once I get through this, what do I want to do? Oh yeah, I wanted to queue up for M1, M2, and M4 today at some point. But I would like to get through Pandemonium today, too. It does slow down. Alrighty. Well, that's good to know. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, the higher level you go, the longer it takes to level. Alright, let's see here. Oh, so Noctis, when were you wanting to try to set up maps? So, DPS for Eureka. I haven't done much with Eureka, but I know. Well, actually, I don't know anything about Eureka. It's for a set of relic weapons, and I just never ended up doing much with those. So, what kind of upgrades does? Okay. Oh, okay. I got you. I'll try it now. Let me see. I'll have to pull up Discord real quick. Let me see. Announcements. Fish. 14 General. When was maps? Tuesdays. Maps. Interested. Okay, I think I do have some, at least one level 80, 90 map I can bring. But I've also got like 6 of the level 100 ones. Actually, speaking of that, I need to go get today's map, and I'll be maxed out on the number of maps I can have. Where's Savik? Ultima. The look on my character's face. She's like, yeah, you were, motherfucker. It's one of the things that I do truly enjoy about this game is the looks on my characters' faces. Orsay. Stifling. For us, it gets in my area. It gets muggy. And we've had just enough rain for it to get really horribly wet outside. I mean, it's like you step outside and you're suddenly dripping. I live on the East Coast. Actually, I want to say I'm less than 2 miles from... Actually, I'm probably less than a mile away from a river. A couple of different rivers are in my neighborhood. And if I were to go straight due east from my house, maybe 10, 15 miles away from the ocean. I'm in southeastern Virginia. Give you an idea. Oh, nice. I would love to live on a lake for the most part, or you know, within a distance of my house that it would be easy to deal with. But the lakes in this area, houses are extremely expensive. Ooh, I think I just had a delivery of some kind. Well, the children can get it because that's probably the heavy one. There aren't really any perfect solutions, to be honest with you. And fish flies. My wife would love to do some fishing, I think, at a lake. Well, we don't have the money and enough stuff for it anymore. Let's do the ether. Yeah, I bought 2 things from Walmart and had them delivered, and they're both arriving today. One of them's electric can opener, and the other one is a 35-pound bag of Jealous Devil charcoal, lump charcoal. Excellent stuff for grilling and smoking. Emerald Isle. I don't know where Emerald Isle is. North Carolina. Okay. See, I live probably about 90 minutes from the North Carolina border. My mom is about 30 minutes away from the North Carolina border. I have been to a few places in North Carolina, but not too many places. My sister lives in North Carolina, and it's a place I'd rather avoid. And yes, I would avoid an entire state to avoid my sibling. Long story with that one. Suffice to say, I have a full brother, full sister, half brother, half sister, stepsister. Out of those 5 siblings, my full-blooded sister and my half-brother and I are estranged, to say the least. Basically, I've disowned being related to either one of them. My stepsister and I don't have a problem with her, but she doesn't like me, and I'm like, okay, well, whatever, I don't care. No skin off my nose, and it's not like I grew up with her or anything like that, because I didn't. But my full brother and my half sister and I, we all like each other. So, family is messy, as I'm sure y'all know. Oh, so my sister is way out there, and my half brother it did me dirty on a couple of different things. So, and recently, my mother and I, and my stepfather and I, the 3 of us were talking about their estate when they pass. And originally, I was supposed to be the executor of both of their wills, but they decided that might be more of a nuisance or problem for everybody, especially with the complicated family history. So they're going with somebody, a cousin of my mom's. I would be like the backup. And after stuff happened earlier this year, I told my mom, and I told them both, I said, look, it's a good thing you guys are going with somebody else other than me for your will. So because at this stage, my sister would get nothing out of this. She's done me that bad. But when did your daughter get married? To switch the subject to something more positive, when did your daughter get married? Emerald Isle just has a nice sound to it, so I'm guessing the venue was pretty nice looking. Your package was delivered. Yes, I know it was delivered. Oh, that's good. At least the people were nice. Was it a big wedding or a small wedding? Ew. Depends on how you look at it as to wait. To me, 80 people is massive. I want to say my wife and I had 30 people at our wedding altogether. I have not heard of the Sun Eater series. My sci-fi is more limited to Star Trek. I've read Orson Scott Card's Ender series. I'm more into the fantasy side of sci-fi fantasy. All right, I love. And Star Wars isn't bad. I've read a few Star Wars books, but for me, I like Star Trek better than Star Wars. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Star Wars. It's got a lot of good stuff. Let's see. So, and I have to admit that in a lot of ways, Star Wars is more realistic in a lot of ways than Star Trek. Or at least, okay, hear me out for a second. So Star Trek, what drew me to Star Trek is the fact that it gives us hope that the future can be better, that people can learn to work together, that we can get past a lot of things and use science as the basis for exploration and for creating this federation of planets of like-minded people, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, I love that as a concept. I love the exploration that a lot of the Star Trek series have dealt with. Star Wars is more realistic insofar as everybody hates everybody and everybody's going to war about everything. The cloning of stuff, the unethical genetic experimentations, you know, is more realistic to what society is like, especially today. But Star Wars, just that persistent conflict just kind of wears on me. Even though I know Star Trek has conflict. I mean, the Borg, the Klingons, the Romulans. There's still more of a message of hope and inclusion in that than what Star Wars has. And to be honest, when I watch Star Wars, I'm not really watching it for the plot anyways. I'm watching it for the mind magic and lasers. You ready for the 11th circle of Pandemonium? And yes, I do miss Leonard Nimoy. We actually got the opportunity to meet George Takei at AwesomeCon. Shit, it's been 12 years now? I think it's been close to 12 years since we saw George Takei. Sometime between 2014 and 2016. Within a year of Leonard Nimoy's passing. So let me see. Actually, let me look that up while you're finishing that. Let's see. Leonard Nimoy. See, Leonard Nimoy passed away in 2015. Okay, so I think probably closer to 2016 that we met George Takei. And it was really cool to meet him. We got a picture. I'll have to look for the pictures and post them up on Discord. But you know, we paid for the picture to get a picture with George Takei. We also got one with Alex Kingston and Daniel Author. I think they were both in Doctor Who. But George Takei, some people don't approve of him being gay, kind of thing. But we told George that we wanted his husband in the picture with us because, I mean, if he's important to George, then he should be in the picture as well. So we got a picture with him and his husband, and it was awesome. Really nice guy. Smaller than I expected him to be. Alex Kingston was definitely smaller than I expected her to be. Alrighty, so we'll hop into there. And you know what? While I'm waiting on Pandemonium to pop, let me go through my photos. I have to scroll like pretty much all the way back to the very beginning of my. I've got like over so many pictures now on my phone. Granted, nowhere near what other people have on their phones, with a good portion of them being dragons and kitties, and I've been to a couple of comic book conventions, but I haven't been in a few years because of my body and not having money. Let me see if I can figure out where those pictures are at. I need to have my children expand my Discord channels some. Let's see. Definitely want a meme channel. Let's see where. As I know I downloaded you. You've got to. I just got to find it. Either or later on I'll go through my Facebook pictures because I know it was saved on Facebook in one of the photo albums. So that would be a good picture to share, I think. Yep, there they are. Oh, and we also met Dr. Crusher. I forgot about that. Alright, so Discord. Let me do the in here first. Text channels, art, fur babies, clips, memes. I guess I'll just post these to general chat to start with. So photos, collections. Family. Okay. So there's that picture. I'll post that one to Discord. And Noctis, I'll post these over in Fish in a few minutes as well. Favorites. Okay. And photos, collections, favorites. Oh, I got to meet Weird Al, too. Alright, so let's go over to the Fish channel. In real life pictures. Good place to drop those. So... photos, favorites. I would share. Is it Gladys McFadden? Dr. Crusher. Kingston. And author Devil from Doctor Who. There we go. Thank you, Noctis. So, when Leonard Nimoy passed away, I was reading through my comics, and there was a flyer advertisement thing for Awesome Con in DC, and George Takei was going to be there, and a couple Alex Kingston, Arthur Darvill, and whatnot. And I told my wife about it, and she's like, "We have got to go to the con because we figured we would, George Takei, William Shatner, and all that, getting old, and we figured we wouldn't have too many opportunities to get to see them in person." And so she's like, "Yeah, we'll spend the extra money to go to DC to see them, to meet them, and get a picture with them." And that was our one real life opportunity, or one. You don't get too many opportunities like that. And for us, like I said, being big on Star Trek, that was, almost like our trek to Mecca kind of thing. I guess I should go ahead and post that picture too. Have you ever listened to Weird Al Yankovic by chance, guys? I guess I should warp and see if I can get it to pop by warping. I love Weird Al Yankovic's music. It's a shame that he hasn't put out anything new in like a decade. His last album was just, it's still so relevant, I think. My favorite song of his, though, will probably always be White and Nerdy. But I love his song Word Crimes. Obviously, Eat It. I'm Fat. Another one, Rides the Bus. That time I think I'm a clone now. He's got so many awesome songs. But, Word Crimes, to me, has got to be one of the best songs because of how people are. Oh, First World Problems is another great song off that album, Mandatory Fun. Yeah. But Like, my house is so big I can't get Wi-Fi in the kitchen. I forgot my gardener's name. I'll just have to ask him later. I forgot which car I brought to the mall. I don't have any bills small enough for the vending machine. And I don't think the cookies in this airport lounge are really gluten-free. It is a really awesome song. Alright. So while we're waiting on that dungeon to pop, although he did sort of put out a new song of sorts the 2024 election with Kamala Harris, or before Biden dropped out. He had done a song about Biden and Trump, and basically complaining, haven't we been here before? Why are we even here, kind of thing. But he hasn't put out, he's retired from creating new songs, but he still does tours. And it's a shame because I think there's some really good music, and I really can't find anybody like Weird Al. There are a lot of parody songs out there, but there was just something about Weird Al, his brand of satire, that has not been duplicated by anybody else. Personal opinion, mind you. That's a good thing I didn't exit out of that cutscene. Angry ghosts. See, did I put? I think I did put that one in there. Yep. Okay. God, 10 years younger, 100 pounds lighter. No, I wasn't 100 pounds lighter. 50 pounds lighter than I am now. Trying to think if I could meet anybody now. I don't know. Trying to think if I would. Strayborough Deadwalk now accessible. What is that for? Is that's not a main storyline. Huh. Alright, well, we've opened that up. So, got that open. The Face of an Explorer. What is this one about? Oh, that's... I need to work on that. I guess let me get that one worked on while I'm waiting. So where is that? That should be the Face of an Emissary, or Face of an Explorer. Yep. Okay, there we go. I thought I had unlocked the next 12 or 24 man raid for Endwalker. I guess I got sidetracked. Which, unfortunately, is nothing new for me. I can get sidetracked from being sidetracked. Ah, the blind mages. Oh shit, I completely missed the ad. I hope y'all didn't miss much of the conversation here. Do you have twins in the fall? Nald Thal? I always thought that was just one person. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, maybe we should avoid talking about that here. Ah, there we go. Alrighty. Alright, DPS. Oh, come on. Poor DPS probably fell asleep. Sunken Temple of Quarn. Alrighty. Alright. So, I probably say alright too much. Eleventh circle. Let's see how bad this is.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation. I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Invidious.
Nice weapon. Ooh, I like that outfit she had on. Ephemeral Justice Themis. The purple and gold robe girl. What is... okay.
My heart quivers in anticipation.
Okay. Interesting outfit that Naoto had.
Will light embrace or darkness consume?
There we go. There we go. Good, good, good.
Submit to the emissary's judgment!
Ah,
The balance must needs be maintained.
I don't know if I'm going to the right one place or not. Nope.
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Alrighty. Opposite colors. Okay.
It's not for you to read.
Queen Panda. It's okay, Noctis. Don't mind me, I'm just tanking the floor right now. The sigil tilts your balance of aether.
Will light and rain
Oh, that color. Okay, I see it now. Oh, gotcha. That explains a lot now. Okay.
will you be judged worthy to exist?
So everything goes to the opposite color of that. Gotcha.
Now to take your measure.
Alright. Alright, let's not do anything other than this for the second. And there we go. There we go. Okay.
Beyond!
I am the
Hey,
emissary.
Shuma.
I shall never die.
Alrighty, let's see what color it's going to give me. Are you back? Or am I somehow missing somebody that's invincible? I don't have, it doesn't look like I've got a color on. Oh, okay. God damn it. Supposed to go to the purple one. What the fuck just happened?
Will you be judged worthy to exist?
Okay, now I feel like an idiot. Oh, welcome back, Shuma. Hi, baby girl. Hi. You wanna hop up here? Let's see.
Your measure!
Come on, Gurion.
For victory!
Hi, baby girl. Hi. All right. I love you too, sweet one. You're being awfully loving, little one. What did you get yourself into?
These magics are not for you to wield.
Hi. No, not on the laptop, little one. Back.
From beyond!
Alright. There we go. You're fine, sweetheart. Trying to do this with a cat in your lap. Actually, in my case, she's on my chest. Ah, no! Fury move!
Darkness consume.
She's trying to figure out what Daddy's going on about here. No, please don't chew on that cord. That cord Daddy needs. I know, it's in your... Ah, shit, I hit the blue. Damn it. Sorry about hitting the blue there.
I am the emissary, and I shall...
Precious baby. Please don't chew the cord, little one. Please. Just... I'm orange, so there we go. Okay. God damn.
Magics are not for you to wield.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. So I've had a kitty cat and it wandering around in my chair and on me and head booping all over the place. Trying to chew my cord, the mic cable. And here I was just about to try and give them a little one. Please get off the laptop, sweetheart, please. Okay, so I'm going to put this down so I can. There we go. Okay. The joys of having a pet. And they want your affection and attention. Free. Hi, sweet girl. Really cool storyline. Yeah, well, you may be on borrowed time, but aren't we all? Oh, the best. Alright. Return to Ericthonius. Alright. Almost to almost to the 12th circle. Alright, so let's see what twist they've got for me now. Okay, so let's see. Possessing a vessel may serve in the creation of a god. All three. Alright, prone to error. Common strength. Mighty severe age. Deduce the secrets of my power. Let's see how that works, would work, or could work. Alright. Sweet, sweet baby girl. Alright, let's see. So, La Habrea. So I guess I would have to ask the question if you guys would be interested in seeing me stream any other games other than Final Fantasy XIV. Because right now I've got games that I want to play that and work on Final Fantasy 3, well, not really Final Fantasy 3. I don't think I want to stream that one, but Final Fantasy 4, Final Fantasy 6. I got a couple of the Atelier series games that I want to work on. Persona 3 Reload I would like to do. I'm gonna I'll get my Xbox back towards the end of this month, and I might stream Persona 4 from it before Persona 4 Revival comes out. You know what? Final Fantasy 4 would be a good one to work on streaming as well. So I think what I can do, I may use that one at night, or no, I might do that during the daytime and stream at night. Especially once I go out, complete my own disability, I'll have plenty of time in a day to split streams, you know, do like say 3 hours of 14 and 3 hours of another game. Final Fantasy Resonance is coming up that I would definitely want to play that. Wolverine, I'm definitely going to be streaming that. Because my only concern with Insomniac did it. You know, I don't think my views can get any lower than they are right now. I don't get a whole lot of views, and y'all's support is greatly appreciated. But what I would like to do is I don't want to be confined to one game, and I think that's been part of my thing right now is because I've been working so much on 14. No problem, Noctis. I won't start the last dungeon without you. Just let me know when you're back. Because I do have other quests to work on that I can do while you're on your work call. But I would like to be known as a variety streamer. It's just 14 has been the comfort zone because I know it well enough, and I've had so much going on with it that that's what I chose to start with. Precious baby. But I'm hoping that by doing some variety that I might be able to attract more people. I do have a couple of coworkers that I need to get their phone numbers, so I can send them the link to this and to Discord. Hi. Sweet baby girl. Alright, so the 12th circle is now accessible. Alright, so let me see, inventory. No, that's what I need. Okay, well then I'll go ahead and queue us up now. See, duty finder. I really was expecting a little bit more cutscene before going into the 12th dungeon. Let me see. The Strayboro, Deadwalk, Shale. Look at this precious baby. I should try to get a picture of this precious baby. There we go, sweet girl. It's okay, sweetheart. Hi. You're doing fine. You're a good girl. Oh, that's what I was saying. Was Wolverine? You know, Insomniac is doing Wolverine. So I'm pretty sure the game is you know, the development team is going to be really good. I'm just worried that my own love of Wolverine is going to make me more critical than I should be. And I know this is an entirely separate story, not based on any of the comic book stories. So I'm hoping to keep that in mind. But, I mean, they did an excellent job with Spider-Man. I see no reason why Wolverine would not be the same kind of top-quality game, even if it's not open world. Okay. What do you think? Oh, man, have y'all seen the trailer for the new trailer for Avengers Doomsday? That trailer was pretty wild. Not what I was doing. Hell, I don't even remember what my login ID was for that game. I'll have to look that up later. So let's do it that way. Sign in. Oh, Girion Thomas. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to redo my password for that. Let's see. I can see that, but a lot of the Marvel movies and stuff are things that I haven't really followed in the comic books. So I approach it with probably a different mindset than most fans would. But I'm also a huge fan of alternate dimensions and shit. So I look at a lot of these movies as being alternate dimension storylines that have nothing to do with the comic book world. But yeah, and not all of their movies have been top notch lately as it has been. But and what they've had that was good, they haven't done right on. Like Wonder Man was a good show, and we were surprised by how good it was. But then they go and cancel the second season after announcing it. So I really don't feel like it's been all that bad personally, but I've also seen some really horrible movies. But yeah, I mean, the early ones were a lot better. I'll give you that. The fourth Thor movie wasn't too bad. The last project that I was truly excited about was, well, I mean, the new Spider-Man movie. I'm super hyped about, and I've been trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible. But Daredevil Born Again, I think they've done a really good job, but they kind of screwed that one up too by reducing the amount of episodes that they had originally planned on. But Ms. Marvel was the last show that I was truly fully hyped about, and I thought Ms. Marvel was an excellent TV show. The young actress that they had her play her, I think, did a top-notch, perfect job of bringing that character to life. I think the WandaVision show was pretty good, but they did kind of do her dirty, and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness was definitely not their best work, and I think it was definitely one of the lower quality ones, and the Inhumans that they did could have been done a lot better than what they did with it. The Agatha show was pretty decent, I thought. It had its issues too. But with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, I think there was with Wanda being the villain. I mean, Wanda's been a villain in the comic books before, but I feel like the way they did certain scenes in there did a lot of the characters a major disservice. Moon Knight was very good. I agree with you on that. I think Moon Knight came out after Ms. Marvel, didn't it? Or was it before Ms. Marvel? Now, I will admit, I know She-Hulk got a lot of hate, but I thought it was pretty hysterical. And I would love to see a Wong and Madison spinoff, because Wongers and Madison was just, I mean, perfect comedy, I think. Let's see. Did Moon Knight come out before Ms. Marvel TV show? Okay, so Moon Knight was before the Ms. Marvel TV show, and She-Hulk was in between them, I think. Let's see. Let's go with the chronological NCU order. movies and shows and release date. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so there we go. IMDb is a pretty decent source. So Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, which was not really an MCU, I don't think. Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America. Okay, so all these movies before the TV shows. I will admit, The Punisher, the Netflix The Punisher was excellent. Generally speaking, I don't like the comedy genre either. But I thought She-Hulk was a good source of humor. But I mean, generally speaking, I don't watch comedy shows. But for whatever reason, She-Hulk I really enjoyed. Let's see. Ant-Man and the Wasp they could have done better with, definitely. Captain Marvel they could have done better with, absolutely. The Spider-Man movies have been excellent, so looks like WandaVision was the first TV miniseries that was outside of the Netflix series. And I thought the Netflix Daredevil and the Netflix Punisher were excellent. Alias was actually pretty good. Jessica Jones. Let's see, so WandaVision. Hold on a second. Then when did Moon Knight come out? Because it's not listed with IMDb. Captain WandaVision. Oh, WandaVision. Loki was pretty good. What if? Eternals. Hawkeye. Okay. So Moon Knight came out 2022. I really would like them to do another season of Moon Knight. I thought it was a pretty good character. Hawkeye was decent. Ms. Marvel I thought was excellent. Thor Love and Thunder was okay. So She-Hulk I thought was funny. Alright, Final Pandemonium. Guardians of the Galaxy, this third one was I think really just out there. Secret Invasion, they did not do a good job with that one for sure.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood. Now, bear your souls to me.
Okay, not a problem, Noctis. I think I may take a 3-minute break after this fight anyway and be right back after this fight. Theos, Athena. Ooh, we got a laser healer. Wings show what side she will cleave. Okay. Thank you, Shuma. Let's see how this goes.
You cannot escape my
Trinity of Souls. Damn it. Why am I not moving fast? How am I not moving fast enough? Oy, oy.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation.
Alright. Hopefully I'm on the right one here. Sorry if I'm quiet, I'm trying to focus just a little bit. Oh, thank you. Ah!
Shine brilliant for me! I give voice!
Alright, let's move over here with everybody else. Alright, so... Alright, no. Okay, staying with these guys is probably okay to do. Alright, so we're at 57%. Good. Hey, why does she keep dropping the stage on us? Alright. Ah, dumbass. I was on the other side of that. I Donatello Raffaello. Okay, I know I gave him a... Okay, so he does have that up, so somebody, not just me, is he... I'm trying to get away from you, not... Sorry. Whoever I was trying to get away from. I'm on the wrong side of this, aren't I?
Summon hell to the pinnacles of the heavens! The world shall tremble! Such a singularly resolute soul.
Alright. No problem, dude.
These chains are forged from the fabric of creation. Shine brilliant for me!
Oh, it should be my own. Hold on, get back. Okay.
You cannot escape my
Alrighty. Hey, I feel like a dumbass with that. Alright, so we are at 25% or so? Oh, 30%, okay. Oi. Blasted. I know I can't do these perfectly the first time around, or even the third time around, but still it gets kind of frustrating. Ah.
Today, my fury shall be proven as fact.
Gearing your dumbass. Got him. Alright. Alright, Noctis, I got Donatello. Down to 17%. Alright, I reckon when we get down to 10%, I'll... wrong one. Get over here with the group.
You cannot escape.
At least I was able to get somebody up. Oi. This gets weird. I feel bad about dying so many times, but... yes. There you go. Alright. Oof. That one was bare. At least I'm not the only one having trouble staying alive. There we go. Alright, Noctis, you said you had to go? Oh, I didn't either. I died like 2 or 3 times, I think, on the 10th circle. I didn't do too terribly bad, thankfully. Definitely one of my better ones. All right. And thank you for helping me out, Noctis. I appreciate that. I think after this ad break, I'm gonna queue up for the heavyweight cruiser. Okay, come on. There we go. And I do understand the lack of hype for the characters introduced in Phase 5. But it's one of those... It is a problem when you've got so many characters to work with and so much stuff to incorporate that things do... it can get bogged down. So I do understand that. But personally, I'm a big Marvel fan, and I'll end up watching them whether I think they're good or bad. Simply because, well, I don't watch too many movies anymore anyway. So I have to see it for myself. But the Spider-Man movie, I'm hearing a lot of good things about that one. So that at the very least would be worth buying when it comes out. Not enough to go to the theater for, though. I am curious to see how they're introducing the mutants. How exactly they do introduce them outside of the very brief introduction to mutants at the end of Ms. Marvel, with her Kamala being a mutant, and the end of the Marvels movie where she was in another dimension. All right. I'll be back I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my microphone. Alright, back. Sorry about that. Not that I need to apologize, it's just a bad habit of mine. Let's see. Alright. Oh, we're fast approaching on the 4-hour mark, so I'm not going to cut it short. I'm going to get out of this cutscene and then line myself up for the M1 or the M1 and M2. And the last one, or yeah, I guess I can line up for 1, 2, and 4. Some of the streamers that I've followed on YouTube are streaming 8 to 12 hours at a time. I don't know if 4 hours is considered to be short or long. I've been streaming for about 3.5 hours, so I figured I'd round it off to 4 hours. I may or may not stream tonight, but I know we're gonna run Moon through Juno tonight with Fish. Wow, this woman really is callous. You gave birth to... Hoy. Hi. How can you... Your own child is nothing more than a tool. This woman definitely gets the Piss Poor Mother of the Year award. So how long do most streamers, I know streamers are gonna vary. But I figured with a game like Final Fantasy XIV, longer streams, there's just so much to do with them. Good girl. Yeah, he's got a point there. You can hop up here, little one. Wanna hop up with Daddy? Finally, Daddy says that he's proud of you. up. Well, Mama Dearest did not expect that one, did she? Come on up here, little one. Our cat's pacing around my chair trying to figure out if she wants to jump up or not. Come here. What are you doing, you silly kitten? Okay, well, you can hop up there, little one. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm not planning to make a living off of streaming, so I guess 3 to 4 hours is probably decent enough, or even 2 hours. 2 hours here, or split my day into 2 sets of 2. Since I'm not looking to make a living off of this, I just was thinking that maybe 4 hours. The time would help grow. You're okay, little one. The cord is not going to hurt you, sweetheart. Looks like my stream. Why did it? It froze on my screen at any rate. So restarted that. Okay. Good girl. Hey, sweetheart. I'll tell you what, little one. Daddy's gonna put his laptop down shortly, okay? Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about modifying or editing videos. So, I mean, I'll probably start posting these to YouTube. I did set it where I've started to auto capture the trophies, so I can upload those up. I would like to have moments where I can make clips out of it. I guess I need to figure out how. Well, no, I mean I know how to make the clips. It's just finding spots that would make a decent clip. I don't know. At the moment, I don't think I don't have the confidence to do any of that quite yet, because I don't feel like anything has really been clip worthy yet. And that's as much of a me issue as it is anything else. Alright, so let me do this. Duty Finder. Duty Finder. Withdraw. Clear selection is what I was going for. Alright. Lightweight. Cruiserweight. I need to... Is it heavyweight? Let me make sure. Heavyweight M1 or M2. So I need that. So Duty Finder. M1, M2, and M4 because I need the. I would like the hollow blade for this week. We'll go through this cutscene. I'll probably end my stream after the next fight, or at 4 o'clock. I think that's an honest answer because really, because it seems like the names are inherited as you take over that position. Interesting. Bring no heed to women. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and cut it. Yeah. When I get out of this cutscene, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream for now. Take a few minutes break. Cut it long. Yeah, probably. Cut it long, cut it short. End it for now. And debate whether or not... I think I will probably end up streaming tonight going through Juno. very least, there should be some interesting moments out of that, I think. Oh, yep, okay. So we got into this, so... Ah, the tall, strong woman that'll sit on my daughter's face.
Out in pleasure or pain.
That's the story I need to tell at some point. Embarrass the fuck out of my child.
The challenger fall prey to the cruel mistress.
Not that that takes much effort. Embarrass her. Let's see if I can do this without dying. I gotta admit, this is a pretty good track here.
I will hear you scream.
A wicked weapon. Van Fatale's poised to execute a fatality.
Shit. Got a whole lot of space here. There we go.
The challenger has nowhere left to run.
Ah, there we go. Ah! Yeah, that stung just a little bit. Come on, let me get my thing off here. Ah, there we go.
This is just the beginning. My faithful minions, give me your ether!
Alright.
It's begun. She's draining the audience of their ether.
All of you will feed me.
Van Fatale's unleashed the ether. The challenger's in her realm now.
Come on. There we go. So far, so good.
You are a stubborn one, but it is not too late to
Alright.
beg for mercy.
The spectacle of slaughter resumes. How will the challenger adapt?
Come on.
It's a veritable rain of death.
There we go, come on. Wow. Doing good, doing good.
Such insolence I have never known. More. I need more ether.
She's draining the cloud's ether again! I hope our dear spectators are feeling alright.
No, I'm pretty sure they're not doing good. Alrighty.
In pain lies pleasure.
There we go.
She's unleashed even more ether! How will this end?
Yes! I did it without dying!
It's all over. Until next time.
I can't believe I managed to do that without dying. Come on. Oh, I'm proud of myself for that one. Alright, with that, I am going to end my stream. I will probably be back tonight for an hour or so. Take it easy, Shuma. And whoever else is watching, appreciate you stopping by.